The cackling hen sits down with the functionally illiterate imbecile to talk taxes. I gotta hear this. Roll it!
Yesterday in Bedminster to discuss his plans to turn the economy around. Watch. I want to talk to you about tax policy. I know you want to extend
I can't wait to hear this.
The tax cuts, the tax and jobs law that you signed. In a post on Truth Social, you said that seniors should not pay tax on Social Security.
Yeah, and then what's going to happen? You're going to fire another $1 trillion hole in the deficit?
And, of course, this made big news, but the Committee for a Responsible Budget says that will mean increasing deficits by 1.6 to 1.8.
Of course it will. This motherfucker can't add.
$1 trillion.
Because we can cut other costs. There's so much.
Such as, that's when you ask, what will you cut?
Waste in our government.
So that's what I want to ask. Where do you get the revenue to offset that? Because it's also apparently going to advance the insolvency date of Social Security's retirement trust fund by over a year.
Yeah, you're taking out and you're not putting back. He doesn't understand this concept because his brain stopped growing at about third grade. Continue.
One of the things good about that is that's when people will make a deal.
One of the things good about that is that's when people will make a deal. He's pathetic.
You know that. But we're going to take care of Social Security.
How? How, Stinky?
We're not going to do anything to hurt our seniors. There is so much cutting. There is so much waste in this government. There's so much
cutting. There's so much waste. Are you listening to this gibberish? It's gibberish. Straight up. This is a moron.
In this government. I also have no tax on tips. That's
Imagine that. Imagine no tax on Social Security and no tax on tips for industry workers, for restaurant and hotel industry workers. Can you imagine that? Continue, you idiot.
Big deal.
Are you going to make that an official line item in your economic plans?
Yes.
No tax on tips?
No tax on tips, for example. No tax.
What about the debt? I mean, with those no taxes.
He doesn't give a shit about the debt, Maria, you cackling hen, you. He put an $8 trillion hole in the debt last time that asshole festered in the White House. Continue with this moron.
On Social Security, no taxes on tips. I mean, when does $35 trillion in debt become an emergency?
We don't go into
It's never been an emergency for him. He put $8 trillion in 4 years into that thing, man.
We were at a point, we were doing so well.
No, we weren't.
Just prior to COVID.
No, we weren't. Everything was starting to go down when your policies kicked in, you asshole.
We're going to start reducing debt, and we're going to start reducing...
No, how?
Reducing taxes still further.
How? By not taxing Social Security, by not taxing tips? The fuck is wrong with you, you moron?
I gave the biggest tax cut ever, bigger than the Reagan tax cut.
Yeah, to filthy rich people, you transferred a bunch of wealth and you bankrupted this place, you fucking idiot, you.
But you know what happened? It was very interesting. We took in more revenue with a smaller percentage of taxes.
No, you didn't. Why do you think that you put an $8 trillion hole in the deficit, you asshole? Listen to this stupid shit. That lady's got to be saying, oh my God, I feel like I just huffed a Slurpee and I got a brain freeze. It hurts.
Than we did with a big percentage of tax. And nobody understood it. I did.
Nobody understands your gibberish. You're flailing. This guy is an idiot. He's a moron.
People did. But few people understood it. But when we cut taxes, we took in much more money. The country made more money. And we were getting ready. To pay off debt. We were going to.
Oh yeah.
We were going to
drill, baby, drill. An old Sarah Palin slogan. This is pathetic. You're asking him just a little bit of something that has to do with intricacies of paying taxes, and he shits himself.
We have more oil. You look at the these countries, these oil-bearing countries, China is not one of them, by the way. You know.
Listen to him. Listen to him. This is a moron.
We go to all electric cars, and yet we don't have what's necessary for electric cars. They're all going to be made in China.
What the hell is it? The Chips and Science Act, courtesy of the Biden-Harris administration, is killing China when it comes to that. He doesn't know anything about this. This is a moron. This is a moron. And people actually let this motherfucker be the head of this thing at one point. The emperor has no clothes. AKA, Stinky has no brain.
United Auto Workers and that famed head of it he's a stupid person.
Why? Why is that? Why is that? Because Biden stood on the picket line with them, you asshole? Yeah, no. You're an idiot.
He's doing. We should have hybrids. We should have gasoline-powered cars.
We have them, you asshole.
And we should also have electric cars at a smaller number. I mean, the electric cars, there's a great place for them, but they don't go far. They cost much. And some people are going to want them. I think
Throw in the towel. Throw in the towel, Maria. This is a moron.
they're good. I think Tesla is great. I like the Tesla, but you know what? It's limited because it can't go like a gasoline car.
This is pathetic.